What does a flashing yellow arrow traffic signal mean? 1. Proceed with caution, yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. 2. Stop and be prepared to obey the following signal. 3. Slow down and make the turn. The answer is 1. Proceed with caution, yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Flashing yellow arrow turns are allowed in the direction of the arrow. The oncoming traffic has a green light. Yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. When approaching an intersection with a flashing red traffic light, you should 1. Stop and wait for the light to turn green. 2. Treat it like a stop sign and proceed when it's safe. 3. Treat it like a yield sign and give way to oncoming traffic. The answer is 2. Treat it like a stop sign and proceed when it's safe. Flashing red light, used at dangerous intersections. Treat it like a stop sign, stop and proceed when safe. You should not start across an intersection if you know you will block the intersection when the light turns red. 1. Unless you entered the intersection on a yellow light. 2. Unless you entered the intersection on a green light. 3. Under any circumstances. The answer is 3. Under any circumstances. What does the following sign mean? 1. Uneven lanes ahead. 2. Lanes merge ahead. 3. Narrow bridge ahead. The answer is 3. Narrow bridge ahead. Narrow bridge, the bridge is wide enough to accommodate 2 lanes of traffic, but with very little clearance. Stay in your lane. When parking uphill on a street with a curb, you should turn your wheels. 1. Towards the curb. 2. Away from the curb. 3. Parallel to the curb. The answer is 2. Away from the curb. Uphill with curb, turn wheels away from curb. When parallel parking, you should park within underscore of the curb. 1. 6 inches. 2. 12 inches. 3. 18 inches. The answer is 2. 12 inches. Always park on the right side of the road, unless it is a one-way street. Park parallel to the curb in the direction of traffic, with right-hand wheels parallel to and within 12 inches of the curb or side of roadway. When approaching a roundabout, who has the right of way? 1. Vehicles entering the roundabout. 2. Vehicles already in the roundabout. 3. Pedestrians crossing the entrance. The answer is 2. Vehicles already in the roundabout. Drivers entering the roundabout must yield to traffic already in the roundabout. If there is no traffic, you may enter without yielding. When approaching a roundabout, you should 1. Enter the roundabout without yielding. 2. Stop before entering the roundabout. 3. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. The answer is 3. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Drivers entering the roundabout must yield to traffic already in the roundabout. If there is no traffic, you may enter without yielding. What does this sign mean? 1. Roundabout ahead. 2. Reduction of lanes. 3. Yield ahead. The answer is roundabout ahead. Roundabout circle provides advance notice of a roundabout. Prepare to slow down and possibly yield to traffic in the roundabout. When driving in a work zone, you should 1. Increase your speed to get through the zone quickly. 2. Slow down and be prepared for unexpected changes in traffic patterns. 3. Drive at the posted speed limit, even if workers are not present. The answer is 2. Slow down and be prepared for unexpected changes in traffic patterns. Traffic control devices are used in road construction and maintenance work areas to direct drivers and other road users safely through the work site. Be prepared to reduce your speed and use caution when directed to do so by a sign, flagger, or law enforcement officer. When driving in fog, you should use 1. Low beam headlights. 2. Parking lights. 3. High beam headlights. The answer is 1. Low beam headlights. When driving in low visibility conditions, drive with lights on low beam. High beams will reflect off the fog and impair visibility even more. When driving in heavy rain, you should 1. Turn on your high beam headlights. 2. Turn on your low beam headlights. 3. Turn on your hazard lights. The answer is 2. Turn on your low beam headlights. Smoke from wildfires and controlled burning, fog and heavy rain will affect your ability to see. When driving in low visibility conditions, drive with lights on low beam. High beams will reflect off the fog and impair visibility even more. What does this sign mean? 1. The vehicle is carrying hazardous materials. 2. The vehicle is an oversized load. 3. Slow-moving vehicle. The answer is 3. Slow-moving vehicle. Farm vehicles designed for operation at speeds less than 25 miles per hour must display this sign on the rear when using public highways, not limited access/interstates. Also, these vehicles must only be operated during daylight hours unless equipped with the proper lights/reflectors required for night driving. An orange triangle sign behind a vehicle indicates that 1. Vehicle travels below 25 miles per hour. 2. Vehicle travels faster than 25 miles per hour. 3. Vehicle travels below 35 miles per hour. The answer is 1. Vehicle travels below 25 miles per hour. Farm vehicles designed for operation at speeds less than 25 miles per hour must display this sign on the rear when using public highways, not limited access/interstates. Also, these vehicles must only be operated during daylight hours unless equipped with the proper lights/reflectors required for night driving. You are driving on a slippery road in a car with anti-lock brakes, ABS. If you need to make an emergency stop, you should 1. Pump the brake pedal hard and fast while steering to correct any skids. 2. Press down hard on the brake pedal, hold it down, and steer out of danger. 3. Push firmly on the brake pedal and then release it while steering toward the shoulder. The answer is 2. Press down hard on the brake pedal, hold it down, and steer out of danger. What does this sign mean? 1. Sharp right turn ahead. 2. 1 lane road ahead. 3. Keep left ahead. The answer is 1. Sharp right turn ahead. Sharp right turn. The road will make a sharp turn to the right. Slow your speed and do not pass other vehicles. How many years will a DUI conviction remain on your record? 1. 25 years. 2. 50 years. 3. 75 years. The answer is 3. 75 years. Drinking alcohol and driving is so dangerous, the penalties are very tough. People who drive after drinking risk heavy fines, higher insurance rates, loss of driver license, and even jail sentences. A DUI, driving under the influence, conviction must remain on your driving record for 75 years. Florida vehicle license plates and registration must be renewed. 1. Every year or every 2 years. 2. Every 3 years. 3. Every 5 years. The answer is 1. Every year or every 2 years. Vehicle license plates and registrations must be renewed each year or biennially. Registrations may be renewed up to 90 days prior to the expiration date. What does this sign mean? 1. Sharp turn ahead. 2. 1 lane road ahead. 3. Slippery surface ahead. The answer is 3. Slippery surface ahead. Slippery surface. In wet weather, drive slowly. Don't speed up or brake quickly. Make turns at slow speed. When changing lanes, you should 1. Change lanes without signaling. 2. Change lanes only if there is a dedicated turn lane. 3. Signal your intention and check your mirrors and blind spot. The answer is 3. Signal your intention and check your mirrors and blind spot. If you are a licensed driver under the age of 17, you must be accompanied by a driver who is 21 years of age or older and holds a valid Class E or higher driver license, if you want to operate a motor vehicle between 1. 9 p.m. and 7 a.m., unless you are driving to or from work. 2. 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., unless you are driving to or from work. 3. 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., unless you are driving to or from work. The answer is 2. 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., unless you are driving to or from work. A 16-year-old licensed driver may not drive between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless driving to or from work or accompanied by a licensed driver age 21 or older. A car's high beam headlights must show objects that are how many feet ahead? 1. 150 feet. 2. 450 feet. 3. 250 feet. The answer is 2. 450 feet. High beam headlights can reveal objects up to a distance of 450 feet and are most effective for speeds faster than 25 miles per hour. At night you should not use your high beams within 1. 300 feet of an oncoming vehicle. 2. 400 feet of an oncoming vehicle. 3. 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. The answer is 3. 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Florida law says you must not use high beam headlights within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Use low beam headlights. Not use high beam headlights within 300 feet of the vehicle ahead of you. Use low beam headlights. Drowsy driving causes which of the following? 1. Slows your thought process. 2. Affects your judgment. 3. All of the above. The answer is 3. All of the above. It is risky to drive drowsy because fatigue, being sleepy, can slow your thought processes and reaction time, affect your judgment and vision, impair your senses and abilities, and or cause micro-sleeping, nodding of, or falling completely asleep. What should you do if you need to take over-the-counter medications when driving? 1. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about the side effects. 2. Stop taking your medication until the weekend. 3. Use caution and drive at a safe speed. The answer is 1. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about the side effects. If a person is taking over-the-counter medications, they should be sure to check the label for warnings about the medication's effects prior to driving. If they are not sure it is safe to take the drug and drive, they should ask their doctor or pharmacist about any side effects. What does this road sign means? 1. Safe speed for commercial area. 2. Safe speed for residential area. 3. The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit. The answer is 3. The maximum safe speed for an expressway exit. Exit speed. This sign lists the maximum safe speed for an exit ramp on an expressway. Slow down to the posted speed. A diamond-shaped sign conveys what kind of information to drivers? 1. It signals a no passing zone. 2. It tells drivers they're in a school zone. 3. It warns drivers of hazards ahead. The answer is 3. It warns drivers of hazards ahead. Warning signs are normally yellow and diamond-shaped. They alert drivers to conditions ahead and what to look out for. What information does brown and white signs tell you? 1. Scenic or cultural information, pointing out parks or places of historical importance. 2. 511 Florida Department of Transportation information. 3. Service information, telling drivers about presence of nearby hospitals, motels, gas stations etc. The answer is 1. Scenic or cultural information, pointing out parks or places of historical importance. Brown and white signs direct you to scenic areas, parks, and areas of cultural/historical significance. Which of these is not a category of distracted driving? 1. Visual. 2. Audible. 3. Manual. The answer is 2. Audible. There are 3 main categories of driver distraction. 1. Visual, taking your eyes off the road. 2. Manual, taking your hands off the steering wheel. 3. Cognitive, thinking about anything other than driving. This signal represents 1. A crossroad ahead. 2. A church ahead. 3. A hospital ahead. The answer is 1. A crossroad ahead. Crossroad. A road crosses the main highway ahead. Look to the left and right for other traffic. By _law, you have agreed by signing your driver license to take a blood test, a urine test, or a breath test if asked by law enforcement officer who has reasonable cause that you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs while driving. 1. Implied consent law. 2. Move over law. 3. Florida's public records law. The answer is 1. Implied consent law. You will be asked to take a blood test, a urine test, or a breath test if a law enforcement officer has reasonable cause to believe that you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs while driving. Florida's standard speed limit in a school zone is 1. 15 miles per hour. 2. 20 miles per hour. 3. 25 miles per hour. The answer is 2. 20 miles per hour. Speed limits show the fastest speed you may drive under favorable conditions. You are responsible for adjusting your driving speed to the weather, roadway, and traffic conditions. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit for cars in a residential area is 1. 15 miles per hour. 2. 30 miles per hour. 3. 35 miles per hour. The answer is 2. 30 miles per hour. Municipal, business, or residential area, 30 miles per hour. Maximum speed except where otherwise posted. The maximum speed limit in residential areas in Florida is 1. 20 miles per hour. 2. 40 miles per hour. 3. 30 miles per hour. The answer is 3. 30 miles per hour. Speeding is against the law. You must obey the speed limit and you are responsible for knowing the speed limit when you are driving. Florida standard speed limits. School zones, 20 miles per hour, municipal, business, or residential area, 30 miles per hour, streets and highways, 55 miles per hour, and limited access highways, see page 34, 70 miles per hour. If you are the driver or owner of a vehicle which is in a crash that is your fault, and you are not insured in compliance with the financial responsibility law. 1. You must attend a driver financial responsibility course. 2. You will be placed on probation for up to 4 months. 3. You may be required to pay for the damages before your driving privilege is reinstated. The answer is 3. You may be required to pay for the damages before your driving privilege is reinstated. If you are the driver or the owner of a vehicle involved in a crash that is your fault, FLHSMV can require you to pay for the damages before your driving privilege is reinstated. What does this road sign means? 1. Yield ahead sign. 2. Detour sign. 3. Railroad crossing sign. The answer is 1. Yield ahead sign. Yield ahead. Yield sign ahead. Slow down and be prepared to stop or adjust speed to traffic. What does this road sign means? 1. Yield ahead sign. 2. Traffic signal ahead. 3. Always stop sign. The answer is 3. Always stop sign. Always stop. Traffic in all directions must stop. Vehicles proceed through the intersection in the order that they arrived. The first vehicle to reach the intersection should move forward first. If vehicles arrive at approximately the same time, each driver must yield to the driver on their right. When a road sign is green, it generally provides the driver with what information? 1. A regulation. 2. Direction guidance. 3. A general warning. The answer is 2. Direction guidance. Green signs usually indicate permitted movements and directional guidance. Brown signs, on the other hand, give motorists public recreation information and scenic guidance. What should you do if you are involved in a minor collision with no injuries? 1. Leave the scene immediately. 2. Wait for the police to arrive before moving your vehicle. 3. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible, and exchange information with the other driver. The answer is 3. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible, and exchange information with the other driver. If the crash is minor and your vehicle is blocking the flow of traffic, you must move it or have it moved. Exchange vehicle, witness, and driver information, name, address, phone number, license plate number, driver license and insurance. Take photos or sketch the scene, showing vehicle crash locations. What does this road sign means? 1. An intersection on the highway. 2. A school zone. 3. A railroad crossing. The answer is 3. A railroad crossing. Advance warning sign. This is usually the first sign you see when approaching a highway railroad crossing. Do not stop on the railroad tracks or within 15 feet of the crossing. What should you do if you experience a tire blowout while driving? 1. Immediately pull over to the shoulder and stop. 2. Apply the brakes firmly and steer to the side of the road. 3. Gently apply the gas pedal and steer in the direction you want the vehicle to go. The answer is 3. Gently apply the gas pedal and steer in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Tire blowout. 1. Take your foot off the gas. Do not use the brakes. 2. Concentrate on steering. 3. Slow down gradually. 4. Brake softly when the car is under control. 5. Pull completely off the pavement/roadway. The don't walk signal begins to flash and a pedestrian starts to cross the road. You should 1. Proceed only if the pedestrian has not yet reached your lane. 2. Honk your horn and signal him to speed up. 3. Wait until the pedestrian is safely across the street. The answer is 3. Wait until the pedestrian is safely across the street. Don't walk or raised hand. Never enter the crosswalk or begin crossing the street when the raised hand is flashing or solid. If you are already in the crosswalk when this signal begins flashing, quickly finish crossing the street. When is it legal to pass another vehicle using the shoulder of the road? 1. When the vehicle in front of you is stopped in an emergency. 2. You are not legally allowed to pass on the shoulder of the road. 3. When the vehicle in front of you is turning left. The answer is 2. You are not legally allowed to pass on the shoulder of the road. At dawn or dusk, or in rain or snow, it can be hard to see and be seen. A good way to let other drivers know you are there is to turn 1. On your parking lights. 2. On your headlights. 3. Up the instrument panel lights. The answer is 2. On your headlights. You must use your headlights at any time when conditions prevent you from seeing other vehicles and when it may be difficult for other drivers to see you. Always use your low beam headlights if weather conditions require you to use your windshield wipers. This regulatory signal is used 1. To prohibit heavy trucks entering to rural roads. 2. To prohibit certain traffic entering to highway. 3. To prohibit traffic entering from wrong direction. The answer is 3. To prohibit traffic entering from wrong direction. Do not enter on one-way streets and roadways where you may not enter. Which of the following are known as open intersections? 1. Intersections not protected by stop signs, yield signs, or traffic lights. 2. Intersections that are not protected by a police officer. 3. Intersections that are not controlled by a flashing red light. The answer is 1. Intersections not protected by stop signs, yield signs, or traffic lights. An open intersection is one without traffic control signs or signals. It's also known as uncontrolled intersection. What does a single broken yellow line in the middle of the road mean? 1. You must not cross the line. 2. You can cross the line only if the other side has a broken line. 3. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. The answer is 3. Passing on the left is permitted when the way ahead is clear. Single broken yellow line. Stay to the right of the line. You may cross this line to pass a car ahead of you only when it is safe to do so. What does a solid yellow line on right, your side, of the road mean? 1. You may not pass. 2. You may pass with caution. 3. You may only pass if there is no oncoming traffic. The answer is 1. You may not pass. Double yellow lines solid on right, your side of line, broken on left. Passing is not allowed in this lane. May turn left or pass a bicyclist when it is safe to do so. What does a broken yellow line on right, your side, of the road mean? 1. You may not pass. 2. You may pass with caution. 3. You may pass when safe to do so. The answer is 3. You may pass when safe to do so. Double yellow lines broken on right, your side of line, solid on left. Passing is permitted in this lane when safe to do so. What does the double yellow lines in the middle of the road mean? 1. Passing is allowed. 2. Traffic moving in the same direction on one-way roads. 3. Traffic moving in opposite directions on two-way roads. The answer is 3. Traffic moving in opposite directions on two-way roads. Double solid yellow lines. Vehicles moving in either direction must not pass/cross these lines, unless turning left when it is safe to do so. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share our channel. Thank you.